Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here in the garage today, doing a little bit of goofing around. Just got a couple of packages in the mail. One came in yesterday, the other one came in this morning. And I wanted to do a mail call for you guys. Really pretty cool 3D printed stuff. We've done a lot of that in the past. Haven't done too much recently, but I think this stuff is pretty cool. And I do have a couple of new knives I'm going to show you guys first though. So these first two are some most recent pickups of case knives that I really am digging these case knives. They're not giving these away though, but they're a lot of fun. They're very nice knives. So this first one is a case slimline trapper. And here's a picture of the tang stamp. This one has 9 dots, which would put it to a 1971. So really nice, very nice carbon steel blade. It took a little bit of cleanup. It wasn't in horrible shape at all, but I got a really good deal on this one. It's a 61048 pattern. The 048 pattern is the slimline trapper 6. So 6 can either mean Delrin or bone. In this case, I'm pretty certain this one is a Delrin handle scale on this one, and then the 1 means 1 blade. Now this other one I actually found brand new at a local hardware store. I may have showed you this one already, but that's nice. We'll take another look. But this is a new production case mini trapper, and this one is a stainless steel made in 2023. But really nice. They call this the amber bone jigged peach seed jigged blade. Has a clip point and a spay blade, both stainless steel. And this one is a 6207. Again, 6 being either bone or Delrin. I think stag is 5, 2 for 2 blades, and then the mini trapper is the 07 pattern. But a very beautiful knife. Just absolutely awesome. Now these next 3 knives, I all picked them, well, 2 different days, but at the same store. The first 2 I picked up are Stockman, and I've cleaned both of these up. Just a very light cleaning and a little bit of polishing on the nickel silver bolsters. They were very clean. All 3 of these are actually, so this gun shop that I bought these from actually has displays full of brand new buck knives and Camillus knives, and I'm going to get some of the other ones too, but I only had so much money. But so this is a buck. So this one is a buck 319. And the buck 319 is they came out with this in, I think, in the late 70s and up to about 85. All 3 of these are Camillus made bucks. But what makes this one different, being a Stockman, it doesn't have a 3rd blade. It actually has this spiral cut awl for punching leather and stuff. And you use that as a drill to drill into wood. But it is a really cool knife. Again, I did polish the bolsters. They were just a little like gray because they'd been sitting in this store brand new and still in the buck display for, I'm going to try to get that buck display too, for ever since they were new, really. Honestly, they were, so these were made by Camillus in the late 70s into the early 80s. And so that's the first Stockman model 319. I was actually looking for a 301, which is what this one is. And again, this one is a new old stock, never been sharpened, but it is pretty sharp. Never been sharpened other than the factory. And this one is a model 301. And it has a clip point Now the other one had the spay blade as the secondary blade, and then a punch. This one has a sheep's foot as the secondary blade, and then the spay blade as the opposite end blade. But really pretty nice knives. So all of these had the upper scale because it had been sitting where it sat at. That store previously moved a year or two ago, but where it had been sitting at the previous location, these had been in a window, so the upper scales on all the knives were faded from sun. But I used a little bit of this Howard's Feeding Wax, and it's beeswax and orange oil, and that soaked right into these scales and really brought them back to life. And I think they're nice and dry now, so I don't think they're gonna have any issues or be turning back to gray again. And I did, so I picked up those two first. I saw the other two. I seen the other two that I was thinking about, but they had a 311 and a 313. I knew I had one of those at home, but I couldn't remember which one I had. I already had the 313, which is actually and this is the 313 that I already actually had. So the 313 is I think they call this a muskrat pattern. It's got a clip point blade, and that is the original blade there. That's not chewed down. And then it has a spay blade on this end. I believe they call that the muskrat pattern. It's a 313. I couldn't remember which one I had, so I already had the 313. So I went back the next day and picked up this 311, which I have not done anything yet. I did wipe it down a little bit with some just some cleaner at work. While I was looking at it again, it was just a little tarnished, but I will do a full polish up on it. But this one is they also call this one a mini trapper, and really cool. Got a clip blade and then a spay blade as the secondary blade. And again, this one was made, so this one only has a single liner, so I think it was probably a late 70s, not an early 80s build. Going back to these other two, so the 301 only has 3 single liners, which would date this one to the late 70s and not the early 80s. This 319 has a double liner on the punch side, allegedly to give it some more strength. So enough talking about knives. Let's get into the mail call. So I'm working on another project for a local friend. This is a 2240. This one's an older one, and it's neat. It's got a longer barrel, and he said that was stock. I didn't know they made the 2240 with a stock longer barrel. This is my 2240 build, and we're going to do something similar to that for this one. I resealed that one. I did a little trigger job on it, got the trigger looking really nice. But so let's see, I have 2 packages, but we'll take a look at this one first. I already did cut it open just to make sure I had what I needed out here for the video. But this is coming in from Terry from Buckrail. And appreciate Terry. If you're interested, I do have an affiliate link for Terry, and it will be down in the description. But I'm not going to install this. This is the RMR mount. But I brought out mine so I could show you the RMR mount. So that wraps around the barrel, and then you can put your red dot of choice on the top of the RMR mount, and that is really cool. But I did get so this is the Buckrail suppressor that fits right onto the barrel of the 2240. It can go on a 1377, but it's got to be Maybe you'd have to have a longer barrel, so you got to have the barrel's got to stick past the bottom pieces here. So most 1377s, the front sight is actually integrated with the so you pull off your front sight. I already had it loose. And then this just friction fit slides right on there. You have to tap it down a little bit. So for the sake of moving along, we'll I may have to tap it down a little bit, like I said, but this guy, I resealed it earlier in the week, and this is still the original cartridge. All right, a little low, but just probably have to. It looked like that might have been a little bit higher than the front. But it's consistent. That's the thing, and it's nice and quiet. I guess I should have shot it. This is a barky little beast, but that really tames the sound a lot. So I will get that zeroed up a little bit better before I give it back to my friend. And he said he did have a red dot for an RMR mount, so you can put that on there as well. So like I said, check out Buck Railer's affiliate link down in the description. This next one is coming in, also 3D printed stuff, really cool stuff coming in from Big Air Precision. Appreciate Big Air. I just recently learned about them, fairly new thing that I found from them, but he's got some really cool stuff, some stuff that isn't available from anybody else. But he sent a couple different things over here that we can take a look at. And let's see here. Oh, I missed one. First of all, he sent some bubble gum. That's pretty cool. So he did put a note in there, said that he would have this stuff up on his website hopefully by this weekend. If not, very, very soon after that. But the main thing was he saw that I just got the Pinty bullpup, and the magazines, you know, are the ones you have to spin around and put one in from the back and then work your way around. But which I'm not, you know, a snob about, but I really do prefer these ones that you can just spin the mag around and put your pellets all in the same way. So I have my brand new Pinty bullpup right here. Let's just go ahead and see how it fits before we put some pellets in there. So you got your mag well right there, and it's got a little aligning tab right there. Fits right in. Does have a zero stop. So let's go ahead and put some pellets in this guy, and we'll take a couple shots with it. I'm not going to fill it all the way up, but we do have two other mags to take a look at, and I don't want this video to be too terribly long. So he did come out with a magazine for the complete, which I actually have right here. So he actually marks these with what rifle they're for. The Pinty pup. This one was for the complete, which nobody had a magazine for. So that was really cool. I've had that one for a while, and it actually did work in the Pinty rifle as well. Now I just recently picked up this Pinty bullpup, and I contacted Troy, and he said that he would work on one because he didn't have one, and he picked one up and got it going. So, all right, let's see. I'm I'm on long range settings here, so got our backer back down so we can see what we're doing here. There we go. All right, let's go to the a little low because I'm actually zeroed for 25 yards. I can tell you that's a lot smoother with them pellets going in for sure. I think I only put 4 in there. And we got last round hole open, so there you go. Pretty darn cool. So that's the Big Air Precision for the Pinty bullpup. Now he did include a magazine for the Big Air Pinty rifle magazine. And, you know, it's essentially the same magazine as the complete one, but if you don't have a complete and you have a Pinty and you want to have that one that says Pinty rifle on it, that would be better. All right, let's make sure I'm doing these right. So here's my Pinty rifle. I really do like this. I really do like this rifle a lot. A little snug going in. There it goes. All right. All right. Looked like there was just a little tiny piece of stray 3D printed material there, but now it's going in smoothly. Let's put a couple of rounds in this guy and we'll shoot this. I do have one other magazine too, so we gotta, so let's see, it goes in this way. We do have one other thing for the Pinty rifle as well. I won't install that on camera here, but I will show you guys, and we'll get all this stuff out to the range and do a bit better better review on them for sure. So let's see. I know that the yeah, that's really smooth, really smooth loading. All right. Ooh. That first one pushed off to the left there. The rest of them are going into that same hole as the, both of these are zeroed for, there was, I only did, but no, again, last round hole open on that one. So that is the, so the other thing for the P rifle, he came up with this barrel band to go up here so you don't have that. Right now you get just that wobble. You could take that a little bit and give it a little bit more stability, but a really cool barrel band for that. And we'll be putting that on, and well, we'll put it on out at the range, and we'll see if it gives us any little bit better precision. Now the very last one is this Big Air Notos magazine. So I've gotten magazines from several other places, and I have no issues with any of them, but I'm always interested in new Notos products for sure. So let's go ahead and see how this does. And again, I do like these. He does mark them all with what rifle they go with. So that is very, that's very helpful when you have multiple PCPs that have similar looking. So the Notos and the Diana, Storm Rider have very similar magazines, but they are different. and you can get them mixed up pretty easily. So let's go ahead and put our doing it wrong. There we go. I haven't had this guy out in a little while, so fits right in there nice. He custom made this one in FDE for me because he knows that my Notos was in FDE. Now let's go to the upper target. There we go. And, this Notos is barely a Notos anymore, really. And again, last round hold open. So really pretty awesome. I really appreciate, I'm sure if you wanted an FDE one as well, you could get an FDE one. But I know he did that especially for me. But it's pretty awesome build here. I think I might take this one out to the range today and get some more range time with it. I haven't had it out in a couple of months. Honestly, it's been like drinking from a fire hose with all of the different stuff coming in. But anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you check out the link for, I'll put a link for Big Air Precision. He doesn't have any kind of an affiliate account going, but he makes great stuff. So I do recommend taking a look at that. But I'll have his website down below, and also my affiliate link for Buck Rail down below. So hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.